Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. We are discussing industry finance. Industry finance, how to raise the funds, raising methodology of funds. So that total 10 methods are there to raise the funds that we have discussed already. And out of that, first one, issue of preference share capital. This is already completed and debentures also completed. Now we are going to discuss today retained earnings. Very important topic. And if you enter into any business organization as an employer or as an auditor or whatever may be your position, if you buy the even the shares also, you need to have knowledge about this retained earnings. What is this retained earnings? You know that every organization is going to get every month, every year somewhat profits. So all the profits are going to distribute to the shareholders and debenture holders in the form of interest and dividend. Is it so? No. To some extent they'll distribute it, and to some extent they'll turn that profits into retained earnings. Confused? I'll give you a clarity. Suppose we have an organization, we got 5 crores of profit. Total profit is 5 crores. Out of 5 crores, 3 crores we wanted to distribute it to the debenture holders and shareholders. Shareholders dividend, debenture holders interest. So this is distributed. And what about this 2 crores? 2 crores profit they don't want to distribute. This they wanted to turn it into retained earnings. Retained earnings. This is just an example. It can be 1 crore or 50 lakh, whatever it may be. It is depending on the organization committee members. But from the profit, some extent only they are distributing to the shareholders and debenture holders. Rest of the amount, another portion is kept it for retained earnings. This retained earnings, they can use it for the organization growth. They can use it for recover the losses. There are many uses. But anyway, always remember retained earnings is one of the best economic way to raise the funds. Easy way, because from the profit only we are raising the funds. So that is why we call retained earnings as self-financing and internal financing, and financing from internal sources. Financing from internal sources and pluffing back of profits. Pluffing back of profits means we are taking the profits once again from the profits itself only. Pluffing back from the profits. Best way, need not to depend. Suppose say we need some short-term loans for temporary we want. Why to depend on the financial institutions to take a loan, or why to issue the shares, debentures? Why? From the retained earnings, from the profits, whatever we have already provided, from this amount only we will use it. Easy and the best way also. Economic way to start any kind of raising of the funds, one of the best way. So got an understanding what is retained earnings? Now let us see necessaries of retained earnings. Necessaries of retained earnings. Remember that why do we raise retained earnings means first thing is that replacement of old assets. You know that all the fixed assets will become obsolete one day. So when we wanted to replace it, use this amount. From this amount you are going to replace the old assets. There is no problem at all, not depending on anyone, not asking for the amount or not asking for any kind of raising loan, nothing is required. So replacement of old assets, it is possible from this retained earnings. And also expansion and growth of organization. If you want to expand any organization, say want to open a new branch, want to launch a new product, use this amount for promotion purpose or for product purpose, anywhere you can use it. So that is about the expansion of any organization. Next one is that contribution towards the capital. You know we have two kinds of capital already discussed. Fixed capital, working capital. If you want working capital or fixed capital where we are not in a position to raise, or you can use this amount for working capital or fixed capital, any capital you can use it. And another thing is that to improve the efficiency of equipments. Say equipments, we are having old outdated equipments, we wanted to modernize it. we want to use the new technology, then use this amount and modernize it. Always go for the latest technology to get more profits, to give better product. So that is why you can use this amount. And another one is that for repayment of loans and debentures, sometimes company may be getting losses. Company is not in a position to pay the interest or dividend. A company is not in a position to pay the loans. Any of such crucial critical positions, this retained earnings is going to work wonderfully. No tensions at all. This is going to work and this is going to give all kind of solutions also. So these are the main purposes of opening this retained earnings. You know that from the retained earnings we can create a reserve fund also. Reserve fund, general reserve fund, or reserve fund for any particular purpose. Reserve fund for bad debts, you heard it in final accounts, right? So that you can create it. And I must tell you one important thing. From the retained earnings also we can create secret reserve. Secret reserve is having knowledge only to the board of directors or top secret management only will be having this secret reserve amount information, not to everyone. Secret means secret only. So why do we create the secret reserve? To meet unconditional or unexpected contingent expenses or unexpected huge losses or something is required, let us use the secret reserve. It is not required to convey the secret reserve to all the members of the company, means maybe shareholders or the company employees or company directly or indirectly attached to the company. To all these members not required to show. Secret reserve is kept it secretly to meet or to spend any kind of losses. For that purpose we can keep the secret reserve from the retained earnings only. Am I clear? These are the necessaries of retained earnings. Now we will see what are the advantages. Advantages are, first one is that it acts as a cushion. Whenever we get any kind of problem, need not to worry, need not to think about raising the funds or taking the loan. This amount is going to work wonderfully. This is going to act like a cushion. Yes, we have somewhat amount, let us use it. Let us come out of this problem, then after that we will see it. In that way retained earnings is going to work as a cushion for every organization. They have to keep. Another one is deficiencies of depreciation. You know that every year we will be providing depreciation, where sometimes you may find a lot of depreciation. How do we recover it? From where we can provide it? From this retained earnings we can use it. And self-dependent for finances. Need not to depend on someone. From the earnings, from the profits only we are creating fund. From the profit only we are creating capital. So it is very easy. So that is why we say it as a self-dependent, not depending on anyone, not depending on shareholders, not depending on debenture holders, not depending on financial institutions, simply self-dependent. Raise it whenever you get a profit, need not required to share this total profit to the shareholders, and tomorrow if problem comes, who is going to solve? So like we kept some amount, that is going to use it. Next one is that evading super tax. If we show 5 crore profit, you got it, then on 5 crores you have to pay the tax. To save from the tax, we are showing 3 crores only. On 3 crores we will pay the tax, and 2 crores retained earnings, no tax, one of the benefit. And another one is capital formation. If you wanted to raise any kind of capital where you feel it is not worth, not required, then you can use this retained earnings to raise as a capital. Next, smooth and undisrupted activities of an organization. Emergency or any kind of activities are required. In such cases, we are not going to take any kind of tension. For smooth organization, for smooth activities without any disruption or without any discontinuity, you can just use this amount for the smooth running of the organization, and also one of the best economic method for financing, not depending on anyone. From the profit only you are generating, right? So these are the advantages. Next, disadvantages we have very less, but anyway we have disadvantages. What is that? Manipulation. Very important disadvantage. When we are providing 2 crores as retained earnings, there is a possibility of manipulation also. Who knows? They are using it in which way, which area, how they are going to utilize it. No calculations, no black and white paper information. So that is why there is a possibility of manipulation of this retained earnings. Maybe they are showing 1 crore and the rest of the 1 crore is going in the pocket of someone. There is a possibility. So that is why manipulation is one of the disadvantage of providing this retained earnings. Another one is then evasion of tax. This is from the government point of view. When we are showing we have 3 crores of profit, means we are paying tax of 3 crores only, but not on 5 crores. This is a loss for the government. Another one is that overcapitalization. Sometimes we may not require the capital, but retained earnings we are providing from the profits. From the surplus we are providing retained earnings. So this one may not be utilized, may not be required. So rather than providing from the surplus, if we distribute the surplus to all the shareholders or debenture holders, then automatically they'll have a very good faith, and they'll have a very good privilege, and their value, the company value will be increasing in the views of shareholders and debenture holders. That is why wherever it is not required, simply providing some surplus into retained earnings may leads to overcapitalization. Overcapitalization is not at all useful for the organization, simply laying the amount in the organization. And last one is that misuse of savings. So sometimes this amount whatever we are providing, that may be misused. When the misuse is, what is the use of providing this retained earnings, right? So that's all. This is about retained earnings. You can take a screenshot or note down. It is one of the important aspect. Please remember, about retained earnings, such kind of detailed explanation is required if you are going to work in an organization as an employer or an employee, or going to work as an auditor, or if you are having shares or debentures in any organization. You must have this kind of terminology. Not only just examination point of view, for the subject knowledge point of view, you need this information. Hope the talk is useful. There are many more subjects which already I have covered. Still people are confused. What is their syllabus, what I have covered? Please take out your syllabus, check out with the playlist, you will come to know. And don't forget to share these videos with your friends, seniors or juniors, or anyone who wants to learn the subject, and practice well. Have a bright future. Good luck.